Hello, everyone, and welcome back to ALINDI. Today, we are playing some Desolatium. I think these guys had reached out or had been a part of Wishlist Wednesday. They've been like, "Hey, check this out," or maybe I saw this on a an article that I was reading. I can't really remember where I saw this, but I'm gonna dig through some of my other research and check it out. But anyway, I saw this. It looked super cool. It's based on the Lovecraft mythos, which I'm a little bit. I don't want to say I'm a fan of because the mythos is a little weird, but like I don't know, it's Lovecraft. Like I kind of like the creativity and the madness, But it's a first-person, point-and-click, grap. I'm not sure what a grap adventure. Uh, and it's a horror story where you visit mysterious locations and face Lovecraftian creatures and find clues, combine objects. So I thought we would give it a shot. I'm already a fan. Oh, oh, wonderful. Ooh, man. Oh, baby. Oh, man, I don't play horror games. All right, and away we go. I think I briefly played Little Nightmares 2.
Careful. Be quiet. It has to be here.
And that was about it. So this will be an interesting experience.
Look here. I think this is it. Should we open it?
Yes, that is it. It looks just like the drawings from the journal I found. Open the box.
There's nothing inside.
What? No. It can't be. It should be here.
Ooh, if I move the mouse, it blurs the words.
What was that? It's a trap! Run!
Ooh, that's weird. Trippy. I like it.
Get them.
It's her! She's here! Christopher!
What?
Christopher! Are you okay?
Take the boy, but don't hurt him.
What? It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
What should we do with the other one?
We don't need the other one.
God, did I get
Leave him
blown
alone.
up?
Christopher! No!
Ugh. Ooh, new graphic adventure based on Lovecraft mythos. Desolatium. I think that's how you pronounce that. I hope that's how you pronounce it. I don't think it's Desolatium. That seems weird. Ooh, the Desolatium magazine. Carter Scott, The Mystery of the Man Without Memories. Special edition. Ghoul Lovers. Carter has been caught. Oh, wait, no, I wanted to read the bottom.
Where am I? My head is about to explode. I can't remember.
Oh,
Carter Scott.
what?
Is that my name? It seems I have a concussion. That's probably why I can't remember anything. The window does not open.
What about that one?
The window does not open.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, totally.
Go back to your bed immediately.
What? Go back to my bed immediately? Where am I? Do you know what happened to me? Did I have anything on me that could help me figure out who I am? Where am I?
Where am I? This doesn't look like a hospital.
You're right. This is not a hospital. This is our home. And I can't tell you its exact location. That is confidential. Especially for someone like you.
Wow, Rid. What, someone like me? What do you mean? Yeah.
What do you mean by someone like me?
Oh, that's true. The Cyberman said you have amnesia. Let's just say we've been looking for you for a long time. And you haven't been particularly nice to us. Your role in this whole thing is very important. I can't tell you anything else.
The Sawbones? Is this a government agency?
You speak as if this was a sort of an organization. Is this a government agency?
It's more the other way around. The government is part of what we are. We are everywhere. you see. Like him. He who dwells in our dreams.
He who dwells in our dreams. If that's not Lovecraftian, I don't know what is. What happened to me?
You know what happened to me? I can't remember a thing.
I don't know, but by your lips when they brought you in, I guess something painful.
When you found me, did I have anything on me that could help me figure out who I am?
Your things are in a different room, but they told me not to let you out of here. So take a seat and calm down.
Don't tell me to calm
Why
down.
am I not allowed to leave? Why am I here?
I can't tell you why you're here. The only thing I can tell you is that it will all be over soon.
I demand
Sure.
to see whoever's
Let's just
in
keep
charge.
going. Can I get out of this?
Idiot will want to come see you too. But that woman is not very chatty, if you know what I mean. Now go back to your fucking room and don't bother me.
What the hell is happening? I have to get out of here.
I agree, my man. I completely agree.
Here's something. A coin.
Hey. Change in the couch. Unscrew the vent. It's all coming together. I
Seems
appreciate
this corridor is not guarded. I should find a way to get out of here.
If we don't stop them, this is the end. This will destroy everything and everyone.
Whose voice was that?
Sounded like you, my man.
It's closed.
What? Yeah, no, what do you... Yes.
Closed. I don't think using the main door is a good idea. The
So
guard
you-
must be around there.
Okay, let's go down the hallway. I appreciate that this is voiced
These
over.
people are
Oh!
dead. What is this? I have to get out of here and call the police. What kind of experiments are they doing here?
Hey, Lovecraftian, indeed.
A drink is always nice. I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh, I did want to read the medical report. Carter Scott, symptoms of severe head trauma, loss of consciousness, diagnosed head trauma with loss of consciousness and secondary amnesia. Keep patient under observation, but should be conscious by night. Okay. Can I drink this? Okay. Herbert
Trying to turn people into some weird creatures.
Herbert West is a cult leader. Herbert. We couldn't have come up with a more maniacal name. His name is Herbert. Alright, whatever. Joining the cult is the best thing that has ever happened to me. Of course it is. Herbert. At first I had my doubts. Elder gods who claim the world. Monstrous beings. Senseless madness. But these people have a vision of the future. They only care about the result without questioning the means. They have provided me with a proper laboratory and everything I need for my experiments. I just have to report to her, and while she's very reasonable, she's also ruthless. Like no one I've ever met, the experiments are progressing by leaps and bounds. I don't know why the music kicked up there, but I was in it. A few weeks ago, I wouldn't have bet a penny on any of the cult's beliefs. I've always been a scientist with no religious inclination of any kind, but the things I've seen here, sacrifices. Sacrifices are the key to my serum. Sacrifices and rituals. As much as it pains me, science sometimes needs a little push to be certain, to do certain things, and I have finally learned them. The words of power, the symbols painted with blood, the ancient tomes written in forgotten languages, all these elements combined with my formulas are going to help me do it. Okay, cool. Yeah. Dead body?
Leave him alone! Christopher! No! Was that a memory?
Oh, is that Christopher? Oh.
Mar O.H. I wonder how she died. Let's see if there are any clues in this reporter.
The subject died less than 5 minutes after injecting the serum. For a moment, All the activity indicators flashed in unison, illuminating all the screens. The subject began to mutate within seconds. His eyes turned completely red. His jaws started to grow very sharp fangs, and his voice became so high-pitched that his words couldn't be distinguished. Unfortunately, after taking the ghoul form, the subject passed away. But it has not been an absolute failure. As I was getting rid of the remains, the corpse's left hand started to have spasms. The serum continued to excite the cells in that area, even though the rest of the body was starting to experience natural rigidity. This opens up another very interesting area of investigation. I'm going to try to modify the formula to maximize that effect. Maybe.
This just keeps getting...
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you, my guy. I'm sorry.
Maybe these notes are mine? I'm not sure. This doesn't work.
Pen with a strange symbol on it. Who else uses pens nowadays? Fairly normal set of case. Okay, cool. Oh, but I wanted that. Hang on. Give me that too.
It says emergency exit, but it's very
Looks
rusty.
like it's been
I
underwater.
don't know if it's going to work.
Okay.
There's a name here. John Crossbow.
Okay. Oh, what does that say?
This looks like an exit, but it's locked.
Is that an emergency exit? I don't... Is that Spanish? Okay. Walking through the lab, the creepy lab. Oh, okay, and we're back here.
This looks like the right key.
Okay. Oh,
This looks like an exit, but it's locked.
sorry. Hang on. What?
This looks like the right key, but it's very rusty.
Do I need to, like... Okay. I don't know why my brain didn't put that together, but that'll work. How about that? Coca-Cola makes an excellent rust remover.
They know I'm gone.
Run! Get out of there. Nope. I'm just out. I'm exiting. Hey, chapter 2. Sophie Whalen in search of the truth. A few ordinary pages can conceal the greatest of horrors. Huh. I love this. This is a super cool loading screen. And now I'm in someone's office?
That's strange. Carter should be here already. He told me he'd discovered something important and he's not usually late. I could check the department. He may be there.
Okay. That was a little loud. My bad.
This painting always reminds me of what we are capable of.
This one. This painting reminds you what we're capable of? This one right here? Of the dude eating someone?
The Mayport excavation was quite an adventure, wasn't it? Although, if only
sorry.
we could find out where Dagon's followers are hiding.
Members of this order worship a water god, a mixture of man and fish, but of colossal proportions, called Dagon. This deity provides them with abundant fishing, keeps the seas calm, and protects them from threats. Excuse me. The encounters with worshippers of this cult speak of jewels made of gold, with strange shapes and ancient styling, with which they traded, in addition to fishing, which was always abundant. They also speak of people with bulging eyes and greenish skin. Oh, sure, probably due to inbreeding. Well, great. Love that. Dagon has been venerated from the beginning of time by different cultures. It is mentioned in the Bible when the Palestinians defeat the Israelites and take the Ark of the Covenant as spoils of war, and it is placed in the temple of Dagon. All scholars agree that both the name and the cult of Dagon were imported from Babylon. Interesting.
I would have loved to visit Relia, if it had been real.
Sleeping God, cult of the sleeping God. The members of this cult believe that their god came from the stars, that when he came to this planet, he created the great Relia, from which he ruled the world. But when the stars changed, the entire continent sank and the city drowned under the weight of the oceans. Ooh, so in Atlantis, God was trapped there, sleeping on the other side of the black door where he dwells, dreaming until his faithful advocates awaken him. Regarding their rites, we can talk about rituals and sacrifices. Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. Why not? Rituals, sacrifices, seems about right. Okay. Well, it's a lovely day outside. Is that the excavation site? Nope.
As odd as it may be, this painting calms me.
I don't know why it would calm you, but sure, lady. Ooh, hey, ancient
We're on
cults.
the right path. Our investigation is almost over.
Okay, ancient cults and their influence on modern religion, such as the esoteric Order of Dagon, whose origin seems to date from far earlier. Ancient engravings depicting their god have been found on remote islands in Polynesia. Oh, all right. These same engravings have been found in recent cults, especially in coastal areas. This cult worshipped an aquatic being, usually represented with multiple tentacles. Ooh, it's probably Cthulhu. Their tradition spoke of amphibian creatures that surface to mate and years later return to their progeny. There's a whole language and a writing based on the pictograms, the study of... And we'll never know. Okay. Sure, out the door. Oh. Well now.
This is Dr. Pata's office. She is on an excavation in Costa Rica.
Why do we need to try the door? I'm so confused.
Michael Horton. He had an interview with someone called Shutter Kane in Hobbs End, or something like that. I think he's in a small town called Dunwich, or something like that. One of his colleagues from Arkham University needed him for a research they were doing.
Arkham University? Did you guys sneak in a Batman reference? I like it. Ma'am. You got anything I can play with in here? Ooh, have you seen Mr. Scott by any chance?
Good morning, Miriam. How are you doing today? Have you seen Mr. Scott by any chance?
Good morning, Professor Whalen. No, I don't think I've seen him today.
We had a meeting this morning and he didn't show up or call to cancel, which is very unlikely of him. By the way, are there any messages for me?
Now that you mention it, Mr. Scott left this envelope for you. I was about to take it to your office.
Yes, it is strange. I'm going to check in his office. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you need anything else, let me know.
So did I get a... Oh, this one. Okay. Sophie, I'm sorry for not being
I wonder
able...
what that important matter is.
Rude. I was reading a letter. Do you mind? Thank you. Sophie, I'm sorry for not being able to attend our meeting. I have a very important matter to resolve, a matter that only someone like you could understand. If I do not contact you today, there's something in my office behind the Nakatic manuscripts that I need you to have in case you need it. Don't hesitate to call James, and remember, the men of science suspect something about that world, but they ignore most of it. Interesting. Okay, to his office. I'm assuming that's his office. Unless I just walked back in
What happened here? It's a mess. It looks like someone did break in.
Gasp. The plot thickens. He said it was behind the what now? Okay.
This key looks very old. I wonder what it opens.
Quite heavy. The door it opens must be huge.
Innsmouth? Perhaps that's where the Order of Dagon has been hiding this entire time.
The Esoteric Order of Dagon. The first records of Dagon's order date from 1848 when Brendan Axissa appeared battered and disoriented in a hospital. He had numerous wounds, many of them infected, and he had lost his mind. He kept telling stories about fishmen, devil advocates, and exotic jewelry. Okay? Of all the weird things, of all the stories to tell, fishmen, devil advocates, and exotic jewelry. I don't know, that one seems a little out of place. Either way, he told how they had closed all the churches of the town in to worship a new god, one who lived under the sea. He talked about human sacrifices and matings between sea creatures and the townspeople. The police investigated and discovered that the town was totally normal, so Brendan Axissa ended up in a detention center for dangerous patients. He died less than a year later in his cell after cutting his wrists and using his own blood to write the name of the town that tormented him in the name of the god that everyone there worshipped, Innsmouth Dagon. Okay. Those feel important? Alright. Interesting. Interesting indeed.
Azathoth. Sounds very familiar.
Okay, I'm not going to read that. I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to call it quits here. This has been really cool. This isn't the full demo, so maybe I'll play a little bit more of it later this week or possibly early next week. Just because I'm curious, I kind of like to play through the demos that are out there right now, just from beginning to end, to show you guys like everything what's going on with the game and stuff like that. So thank you all so much for watching. This has been Desolatium. If you're into like point and click adventures, I would recommend this one. This one seems really interesting and really intriguing. I would say if you like Lovecraft and the mythos, I would also probably give this a check too. So link in the description below. Check it out today. Thank you for watching. Walking through the lab, the creepy lab. Oh, okay, and we're back here.